All right, we are live on Cola Break. We've got the wonderful SanMan PR vlog.
Hey everybody.
If you guys, if you want to introduce yourself.
Thank you, SanMan, for your vlog, long-time vlogger, he, Star Wars aficionado, loving it since I'm 3 years old. Happy to be here.
Awesome. All right, so we are here to discuss Star Wars: The Last Jedi.
What you finally saw yesterday, my dad.
Yep, I saw it yesterday. You saw it Thursday. What do you think overall, generally speaking?
Like I said, it's still sinking in my brain. I thought it was a very bold direction that the director took. It's gutsy. Force Awakens was criticized because it was too much like A New Hope. So then he makes The Last Jedi, and it's nothing like any other movie we've seen before. And now it's, of course, receiving criticism because it's not enough like the other one.
Right.
I'm somewhere in the middle. I haven't made my mind.
I enjoyed it. I I I'm really bad at criticizing things, but in general, I liked like every moment was just wow, wow. Like there wasn't a part in it where I was not wowed.
Not wow. Well, I mean, this is a property that we grew up watching, and we hold so beloved.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just the fact that we have movies with old Luke, old with the Carrie Fisher, and old Han Solo. We never dreamed we would have sequels to these movies. The way they finished it seemed like it never happened. It would only be animated, and then the prequels came out, and you're like, well, this is the closest we'll have to a sequel. But here we are.
true. That's very true. Um, let's say let's uh let's di- dive in. What's that?
What's your brother thinking?
He loved it.
He loves it.
Just he just was amazed, like I was. So this is a spoiler discussion. So here's the deadline. So if you want to quit while you're if you haven't seen it yet. Spoilers alert! Spoiler alert! Your last chance to exit out before being spoiled. So we can start from the beginning. Oh man, that's cool. You unboxed that, right? On your channel?
No, actually, my brother has one mailed card. This is the Last Jedi Black Series Hasbro line.
Oh.
My brother has one mailed card. I acquired this one loose from a good friend of mine.
Oh, nice.
Very happy to hold it.
Yeah.
Good deal. Shout out to the Joseph the Most 89 Instagram. Very cool figure. I've really warmed up to these dudes. I didn't think much of them when I first saw the concept art. But then after seeing them in action, they got a lot more action than Palpatine does ever.
True.
These
Yeah.
dudes.
And you got the double.
They're pretty prominent. I'm pretty sure this is the role that the two princes were in, William and Harry.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure they were Praetorian.
Huh.
They had guest appearances and they haven't revealed what character.
That's awesome.
It's either they were Praetorians or they were the ones that were coming to execute Ben and Rhodes with the things that chop their heads and stuff.
Yeah.
That's who the two princes were, I'm pretty sure. The British love Star Wars.
Yeah. That's
There's
awesome.
a history over that way with Lucas filming a lot of the original films.
Yeah. Awesome. So,
Start at the beginning, right?
so yeah, the beginning. Start at the beginning. What was the first scene? Let's think.
First scene is the incredible scene when they're trying to leave. There's so much outer space in the last journey that I love. I love the amount of spaceship footage and action we got out of it. And that plays off of the original trilogy because a lot of it is outer space and shipboard here. So that thing about Last Jedi I love. There's a lot of spaceship. And that made my heart gooey gooey. I
And
love the whole space.
speaking of spaceships, we see Poe just come full on assault.
Yeah, yeah. And he was ordered to fall back by Leia.
Yes. I was like, oh boy.
I thought that scene was incredible.
Yeah.
There's not much of the resistance left. It's a small little bit of resistance.
Yeah. And I loved well, two things to say. I loved Leia's just like, you better not do that kind of thing. And Poe yeah, he turned off the communicator and just went against everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had the bombers in the same scene. I loved the design of them, those
Yeah,
spaceships.
we've not seen ships that look like that.
Yeah, and what was her name in the
Laura Dern's character?
yeah, I think that's her, like the one that perished in the
Rose?
not Rose, but her sister. Yeah.
I think her name was Paige.
Okay.
The only reason I know that is because I've seen her action figure in the store.
Oh, okay.
There was just one new female character, but it's two. And they each have a figure, and I saw one say Rose and one say Paige. Of course, Paige was lost, as well as other casualties in that scene. And that's why Leia demoted Poe, because there was so much loss of life.
Gotcha.
But they did take that dreadnought.
Yes. I was like blown away with the visuals.
What do you think of the First Order's fleet, of their spaceship, how they were represented, the amount of in their the sheer sizes?
Yeah, I was intimidated. I was like, whoa, that's a lot of
We just don't
firepower.
we don't know anything about how the First Order came to be in the ashes of the Empire. Like, where did they get their resources?
Right.
Who's funding Snow? And how did he amass what he's amassed in a little bit of the 30 years between Return and Awake?
Right. It could be partially on that the casino type planet.
What do you think of that scene?
They might have been funding it.
Did you enjoy the casino scene?
Yeah.
It was very like
it was different.
I felt that scene was out of place. I didn't dislike it. I felt out of place.
I think we haven't seen that in a Star Wars movie where there's a casino or like, and all the rich are there, and more showmanship, I guess, or grandeur. We've seen it in the Republic a little bit in the previous movies, but I haven't really seen a gambling type, other than what's that called? Mos Eisley.
Yeah.
But you don't see it too much.
Card games. Zach. Zach is an interactive Star Wars card game.
Yeah.
That you play in Knights of the Old Republic.
Yes, I remember that.
It's basically poker.
Yeah.
21.
Do you hear like a scratching?
No,
No.
nothing's quiet on my end.
Okay. I hear
So
scratchings.
probably say something about the. You want to move on to the planet where Ray's trying to convince Luke to train him?
Sure.
I love everything on that island. I love all the scenes between Ray and Luke. And I love Chewie's reintroduction to Luke, the way he got in, he helped himself inside his
Yeah.
butt.
Yeah. And then finally he saw R2D2 later in the movie. But yeah, that was cool.
That was a cool memorable scene. But I loved every scene with Luke.
Yeah.
Mark Hamill was superb, as he always did. It's nothing proud. The guy's good at what he does. He's a passionate character actor. It's so apparent in this movie. You know, the scenes of him refusing to train Ray, I thought were exceptionally good.
Yeah. I like the when Ray was trying to train and everything, and Luke, didn't want to have it. He didn't. He has closed himself off from the Force. During that time, he was on the island, and
Little creatures.
oh, the Porgs.
Not the board. The ones that were all mad that Ray had blew a hole in.
It looked like different. It looked like a Jim Henson Muppet or something.
Yeah, they were different. And the Fords, of course, were so gosh darn cute.
Yeah, they were cute. There's too many of them though.
You thought there were too many overloaded?
Oh yeah.
I really like the one on the stick that Chewbacca was so peaceful. Even though I had that at the Disney parks. And
Right. Yeah, maybe they'll sell something like that. Instead of turkey legs, they have porgs on a stick. See how that goes. Yeah, porgs, man. And Kylo Ren and Rey, when they talk to each other through the Force.
Right, that was
Now,
there's somebody who's really elevated his character.
yes.
Really done a lot. And there were quite a few times I could not tell which way he was being played. I really felt that he was being touched by the light side. And then for him to do what he does, his true intentions and motive is because he just doesn't want orders from anyone.
Yeah, exactly.
He wants to wield the force, but he doesn't want to be black, dark, or light. He just wants to wield it for his own will, and whoever else will, follow him. He's just tired of being a second command.
Yeah, he definitely stepped up. So I have a question for you. When I know we know that Rey and Kylo were talking to each other, was it really Kylo, or was it really what's his name? Snoke, because he said he had projected that so that
I was the one that linked your mind to the boat. It's like I was the one that linked your mind.
oh, so he didn't even what am I trying to say? It wasn't him actually talking to Rey. It was
Kylo and Rey interfacing, but Snoke was saying it was all about you.
yeah.
Because he felt no threat of Rey slaying Kylo's life.
And sorry, William. Just this is a spoiler discussion, as is in the description, so we're keeping it spoiler banned. Sorry, man.
Spoiler and shit.
All right. So
Right into that song scene.
yeah, and then after let's see, because they kept going back and forth between everyone.
Well, I mean, I had no intention. I couldn't see what happened to Snoke. I didn't see it coming at least because he seemed so empowered and heavily guarded, and his control of the Force, the way he manipulated Rey's saber to hit her, and he just seemed so overly trained and expertise in it that he had nothing to fear, even if Kylo was going to turn on him. But the way Kylo did it under the radar, and Snoke had no idea.
Yeah, he was thinking. He had to think of what to think.
That I think is my most favorite scene of the whole movie, outside of the stuff with Mark Hamill, the throne room.
Yeah. So then, when he controlled that saber and killed Snoke,
Yeah.
uh, Ray's just like, hey, I got it now. I'm gonna take care of these guys now.
Versus the whole room of these dudes.
Yeah.
And we're just going at it, and I love that scene. Kylo and her working together was beautiful. I thought the techniques they used. My favorite kill was when Kylo used when she tossed him her saber, and he ignited it in that one's head.
Oh yeah.
He does had him with the whip or something, and he was choking down.
I was like, whoa.
There were multiple cool team up battles.
Yeah.
That was very
Let's see. I'm trying to think.
And then, Kylo spins it in his favor when Hux walks in, and he's like, there's Snoke pointing to dead, guts everywhere. He's like, what happened? And he's like, the girl killed Snoke. I love how smooth the Kylo. What he wanted to happen didn't happen between him and Rey, so his plan B was just ready to go. Well, trying to pick up the pieces of what's left of the First Order, and I'm the new. There's no one else for me to answer to. I'm the top dog. And he made that very, very apparent when he started cuts with multiple teams after.
Yeah.
They used to have like an equal playing field when Snoke was alive, and now that's on the foot. And I love the chemistry change between those two. Now that Kylo was pretty much letting him know, the only reason I haven't done this to you before is because you want Snoke. And even Snoke, the way he spun Hux around in the beginning and told him how he was extremely disappointed in the performance of them getting away and keeping the ships just far enough. You remember the way Snoke, made him look foolish in front of everyone on the bridge.
Yes.
He had a rough time this go around in this movie.
Yeah, he was losing power, losing everything he was hoping to accomplish to impress Snoke. And do you think he wanted to overthrow Snoke?
So Hux,
Yeah.
did Hux have ambitions to be the top man? Possibly. I think that's yet to be seen. Will he try to portray Kylo in some way?
Yes.
To get payback on Kylo, but he's going against a Force wielder. Kylo is so much more powerful in Last Jedi than he was in Force. His technique with the saber, his control of the Force, he's getting to the levels of his grandfather, his beloved grandfather.
Yeah.
He's starting to show the Skywalker bloodline is definitely in it, what they're going through.
That's true.
But I do believe there's some untold story there between Hux and Kylo's, thing going on. It might be the demise of the First Order is those two things not going on.
Yeah. What did you think of the scene where Ray goes into the I guess it's a chasm or whatever it is,
Mm-hmm.
into the water
I mean, the faces
to face,
of the fuse or whatever.
yeah, and find out who her parents are.
Mm-hmm. I thought I was let down by the revelation of the parents. I wanted it to be someone more important that we would have never, like a aha moment. And I didn't get that with the revelation of who they were.
But I mean, do you really think that Kylo told her the truth?
That they are
That they're just
or something,
yeah, whatever, like just
rappers or something.
yeah. Or do you think he just said that?
He just caused to her.
Yeah.
Maybe I would hope so because if who they saying are her parents, he is her parents. I'm extremely let down.
Yeah.
I wanted more from the revelation.
I don't think that they're saving it for episode 9. You know, Kylo, Kylo the fig man.
Now, I guess we should talk about Finn a little bit.
Yeah, let's do that.
He had a different movie, right? Cage catches him, try to escape the escape pod. He's been stopping people from detaching them all day long. Apparently, that was her job. And she caught him. And then, Poe, him, and her come to the realization that Laura Dern's character, who I did not like, with the purple hair, the commander,
Oh yeah.
over the fleet while Leia's in her force induced outer space combi and doing what she did in that scene, which I didn't like that at all. But the fact that she needed to survive and see Luke when she saw him, I definitely agree with that. I'm glad she's still alive, but just don't like the way they did it. Although apparently in the extended universe, Jedi have survived being in outer space momentarily with the Force before, been documented in novels and comics. So it's not like they did something that had never been done before in the whole saga.
Yeah. I did like what's her name? Laura Dern.
You like Laura?
Well, it was okay. I wasn't a huge, but I did like the final moment when she did the light speed into all the enemy.
It did wreckable damage to Snoke's flagship.
Yeah.
This ship was cool. Snoke's. It was a new design. It wasn't a rehash of the Empire style
Yeah.
Star Destroyers. It was its own unique ship. It looked like something out of Star Trek.
Yeah, my jaw dropped when I saw that ship. I was like, wow, that's impressive.
And what she did to buy the fleet time. When they started opening fire on the escape pods and everybody's reacting, but now the rebellion is reduced to just so few people now. There's the Millennium Falcon has enough room to carry what's left of the rebellion.
Yeah. I love the Millennium Falcon
Yes.
in action.
Oh, see Luke sneaking on it on the island and turning it on and setting it out, grabbing the dice.
Yeah. And then R2D2 showing him the
Oh yeah,
Princess Leia.
your only hope. And he's like,
Yeah. Everybody was laughing in the theater.
very, very awesome for that.
Yeah. Let's see what comes next after that. What happened after that?
Well, after that would be what's left of the escape pods make it to that planet, the mining planet.
Oh yes.
Base.
And that red sand or dust or whatever it was.
And the Finn and Page's stolen Imperial shuttle is leading the stars, and they're like, the Empire's coming, shut the door. Opening fire on it. And someone's like, keep fire. He's like, where's my droid?
He almost. Oh my god.
When he was controlling the walker and saved Finn and Page.
Right. I was like, he had a not blowtorch. He had the he was shooting the coins too in the casino. Yeah, it was just like he had so many moments.
I like that ship that they stole from the casino world.
Yeah.
The Codebreaker, that was a cool ship too. There were so many spaceships in Last Jedi, and I loved it.
Yeah.
That to me is the essence of Star Wars. Just as much as the Force and the lightsabers and stormtroopers, ships and spaceships and outer space scenes. And this movie was loaded with that, and that is one of the best things it's got going. The tremendous amount of vehicles, space, and crashing in planets. So I love that about that.
Yeah. And then we have Poe, not Poe, Finn deciding to go right into the cannon, the cannon on the ground to stop it, and Rose at the last second. Yeah. And they're in that ridiculous. Yeah, I was like, what? It's like
they seem to fit the original trilogy's era. The technology behind those, they really ooze the nostalgia of the 70s and 80s Star Wars films, and their look, their functionality, just with the up-to-date CGI and stuff, and the way that planet, the salt made that red effect when it was getting cut up on the terrain and stuff.
Yeah, that was neat.
Very cool-looking planet. I kind of felt like I had so much anticipation for The Last Jedi to be this new trilogy, Empire Strikes Back. There's some essences of Empire in The Last Jedi, like the fact that the mining planet is awfully familiar to Hoth, but instead of snow, it's salt.
Right.
And then the walkers are dispatched. The First Order dispatches the walkers, the four-legged walkers, although there was nothing as far as tripping them or tying them up, but there was just enough similarity between Hoth, but it's at the end of the film rather than the beginning,
Yeah. And then after, when Rose passed out, I was like, oh man, she's dead. I thought she was dead.
I felt so bad for Finn in that scene.
Yeah.
Some people are giving that relationship not a chance, and they're automatically thumbs downing it. I thought it was pretty organic in its development.
Yeah.
And they gave them just enough time of saving each other's necks that of course they're going to have feelings. And the fact that Rey looks over and she sees Finn, her friend that she's been wanting to talk to since he was unconscious, she's tending to this other girl, and she speaks with the fact that I'm no longer the number one priority in his life anymore because it's connecting with this other girl.
Yeah.
Where you should go ahead and bring up your theory about what you think.
So I think Rose and Finn are gonna get together, at least in the
I'm right there with you. With
first half of the movie.
Mhm.
And Ray and Poe will get together as well.
Between Poe and Ray.
Yes. And then eventually Finn will be like, hey Ray. And they'll
and then it'll be a love triangle.
Yeah, there'll be like a moment where she has to save Finn's life. Yeah, she has to save Finn's life, and that's gonna be that moment.
How bad did you think that they were gonna reveal that Ray and Kylo were brothers?
I know. No, not at all.
When he told her, "Search your heart, you know it to be true." Like I thought, like, yeah, you are a Solo. You know, but I thought deep down, maybe it's what I wanted to hear. But not what.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Now I don't think that's okay. But at
Yeah.
the time, when he was telling her, you know, I need you to run the galaxy with me. We can rule as the Force wielders. We'll kill Luke because Snoke is dead. He wanted the Sith and the Jedi equally destroyed. He wants to be the supreme Force wielding thing. He really stepped up, you know, his villain. Just when you thought he was getting to be a big softie again, you know, he does that, and he's taking steps towards being, you know, Sith Lord. So,
yeah, he wanted to create his own order, like a second version, or
yeah, we'll destroy everything and start new. So many bad guys across so many different stories use that reason for why they want to kill everything. Because everybody sucks and they don't deserve it. So they're going to start fresh. Starting with me and you.
And we'll briefly discuss what's his name, when Luke
Luke revealed himself on the mining plane.
Yeah.
Oh man, the amount of feels that same thing.
I was amazed.
Like when he's just coming out of the back all quiet and the hood's up, and you're like, "Oh my God!" Luke.
Did he take the fighter from the under the water?
No, he was physically.
Oh yes. Duh.
But
I forgot.
That's what you would have thought. That's the only way he would have got to that point.
Yeah, at that point.
Raising his tripod, his X-wing from the water and flying there. And how could we think otherwise? We had no idea what he was doing.
Yeah.
He didn't reveal the mastery. What he pulled was Jedi mastery.
Yeah.
Force mastery.
And then he got hit with so many fire strikes from the AT-ATs.
Yeah. Oh, I love that scene in the way.
He's like,
and Kylo's reaction.
Yeah, and Hux is like, I think you got him.
Let's talk about Luke's aesthetic with this Force representation of himself. He was thinner, he was younger, he was more cleaned up. His facial hair, his outfit, the saber was intact. You know, he doesn't have a saber. He took it.
Yeah.
You know, the fact that he had a functional saber, he's in like pure Jedi attire, and he was like looking legit, ready for combat. Like all that had me so pumped. The little kid in me, the minute he saw Luke as a Jedi Knight in Return of the Jedi, he's got his black outfit, green saber. And he's no longer learning his Jedi Knight, you know. that was the feeling I was getting again to see him in this older but like mastery level.
Yeah.
Him to, call Kylo and to taunt. I don't think we've seen the last of Luke. I think he will have Force representation in 9.
Yeah. He'll.
Because he told Kylo, "I'll see you around here."
Yeah. Just like Han said it to Luke in was it A New Hope? I think
See you around here.
that reminded me of that. That was a line from A New Hope.
They go pay Jabba, and he said he wasn't going to help with the left.
Yeah.
He's like, "See you around here." The infuriating, the facial expressions on Kylo. He was so infuriated that Luke physically wasn't there.
Yeah.
I think that was it.
And,
that right there took guts on the director's end.
yeah, true. And then before that, Luke talked to Leia for the last time as like a final goodbye. That was like a nice little. Where's Leia gonna fit in the next movie?
Don't have to do her unless she's got more recorded than they're letting us know about.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Harry could have filmed stuff for episode 9. Or maybe it's stuff that was made for 8, but they're going to use it in 9. And then I'm sure they're going to have to do the CG stuff.
Yeah.
Will she get a death on screen, or is it going to end with her still running what's left of this ragtag rebellion now? It's so small.
Yeah. True. We don't know.
I mean, First Order's not doing so great either. Hux and Kylo can't stand each other. Snoke is dead. Their fleet is damaged. Their dreadnought is gone. Snoke's ship is cut in half. So it's usually. They're not exactly like in perfect shape either. However, the numbers are still there. What do you think? Before we end all this, let's talk about Captain Phasma. Do you think she's dead?
Yes.
I don't. I believe Phasma will come back. She'll be battle damaged Phasma.
Battle damage Phasma. All right.
Like, melted, but it'll still. It's gonna be. She's coming prepared. It's gonna be gory. I don't think they would kill her so easily.
Yeah, I did notice it was pretty quick action scene. Phasma. I kind of wish she was in it more, a little bit more.
The stuff between her and Finn is, pretty ongoing.
Yeah.
That's why I don't think it's over.
Did you like Codebreaker?
I thought he was interesting. He was definitely a new character type for the saga. There was something that was different. And this movie did a lot of things new that we've not seen in the other set. And it's definitely going to be remembered as the most risky. Now that JJ is at the helm again for episode 9, I do believe he's going to be more careful and not as risky as this guy was. Although this guy is in charge of the next trilogy that's going to be set in the Outer Rim.
Okay.
It's going to be set in a different time frame as the events of Luke's story. It will have nothing to do with Skywalker.
Huh.
It's going to be space. It's going to be Star Wars. It's going to be Force-centric. It's going to be set in the Outer Rim at a different time frame. They've already revealed it's not going to be centered around the Old Republic. Sith and Jedi, are they going to play a role? I would say so.
Probably, yeah.
I would say so, but it's not going to be the continuity that we're familiar with. It'll be an all-new trilogy, and Johnson is in charge of it. Unless something changes with the way that this movie is being received, that Disney has a bad feeling about it.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Well, I don't know how the movie's doing money-wise.
It's doing really good.
Is it going to surpass The Force Awakens?
At least the first two. I know the first 2 days or whatever, it did really well in the box office.
Well, our theater wasn't full. We went on Thursday, and I'm sure the Thursday night showing was packed to the brim.
Yeah, our showing was pretty packed.
Was it?
And it was like in a mall. It was like a theater in the mall kind of thing.
Right. I can only imagine the amount of people. That's the kind of theater that we saw Revenge of the Sith at, so many years ago. Versus seeing the latest Star Wars movie in a populated residential area versus a rural, it's two different experiences. A small rural town, when a big movie like this opens, versus living in a populated urban area where there are multiple cinemas and all the showings are sold out and the line is wrapped around on the outside of the building.
Yeah.
That experience doesn't transpire when you live in a rural like Charles.
Yeah. Did we talk about Luke on the island and he kind of disappeared, faded away?
That's supposed to say he exerted himself by physically representing himself on the mining world. That the trade-off is he loses his life force as a physical. However, he's going to live forever through the force, like Yoda.
Right.
So there's trade-offs, there's pros and cons to it. He's better now, but not in the way he's used to.
Yeah.
The fact that he had the moment he had with Harry was so heartwarming, and that was such a deeply moving scene between brother and sister. He sat down across and handed her the dice.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful that was filmed more than they could ever know. Because now that she's gone, they could never do that again. And they filmed it for that. And it was so heartfelt. It just got you right there in the heart. Pulled at the heart.
And of course, we can't forget about Yoda.
Well, you talk about Yoda.
I was surprised about Yoda.
That was
and how I don't know, unexpected to me anyway that he was there, but it makes sense because that was his his master.
And he was a combination of the CG technology and puppetry.
Yeah, he didn't look.
He wasn't a full-blown Clone Wars CP Yoda.
Yeah.
He definitely wasn't like the 80s, like Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Only a puppet,
Yeah.
Quality thing.
It was interesting that Yoda burned down the
he caused the lightning.
Tree.
I know that he called Luke Young Skywalker still. Young Skywalker.
Do you have anything further to discuss?
No, but I had fun talking about it, and I feel better being able to talk to you face to face about it this way. I love technology. I love that we can do these discussions.
Absolutely.
Overall, it's definitely on my lower Star Wars favorites. It's not up in the top 4 or 5. But Last Jedi will never be forgotten for how risky it is.
I think it's one of in my top.
You would put it in your top 3?
I say. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I'm bad at putting things in an order, but I would
have to see it another time.
I would say in my top 5 at least.
Top 5.
I could say that for sure.
I put it above Clone Wars, Attack of the Clones. But that's the same. Because Attack of the Clones is the worst Star Wars. Doesn't mean I don't love the movie.
Right.
I love it.
Yeah.
But as far as did it do everything right for the fans, it's on the bottom of the tier. The Last Jedi is above it, but not by much.
All right. I think that about does it.
Well, thanks for having me, RT. Always a pleasure.
Absolutely.
Great, especially with this subject at hand. Love Star Wars. Check out my channel. Check out me and my brother, the Toy Hunters,
Yes.
Collectors, and we do geek-related videos, movie reactions.
Go ahead, sub SanMan up. SanMan.
Absolutely fun, blast talking about it, and we'll do it again. You let me know. Maybe we'll do like favorite movie of the year or something.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. That'll be interesting.
All right, bud.
All right. May the force be with you. That's so wrong.